AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Rush Hour is just getting started on Beaver County Radio. It's time for Driving in the Fast Lane with Frank Sparks. It's the show that talks about what's happening in the news, locally, regionally, and nationally. There will be guests, and Noah Haswell will have the news of the top and bottom of each hour. You're in the Fast Lane. And now, here is the host of the show, Frank Sparks.
Hey, good morning on this Friday morning. Yeah, it's a little chilly out there. We're going to kind of keep it laid back a little bit today. As 10 o'clock hour here, we're going to visit with Beaver County Treasurer Sandie Egley, and we're going to talk about a couple things she got going on. And then also we are going to jump in the time machine at 10:10, I'm sorry. And we're going to go back to 1955. Last week, we were at a very familiar time in Sandie's life, too. Last week, the winner chose. Every week, if you win and pick the number one song, you get to choose where we go. Last week, we were in 1984. Good year for everybody, right, Sandie?
Graduation.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
How's things going?
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, winter freeze.
I'm telling
Thanks
you.
for having me.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
So it
thanks.
makes my job easier.
So what was the question in 1984?
Well, what was the number one song in 1984?
We Are Family.
No.
Celebration.
No.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Think it was popular.
I gave
Purple.
Really Purple Rain.
No. He dressed in purple, but think of the other song. When Doves Cry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was number one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So this should have been like hair bands or something. That's how I looked at it, you know?
Yeah.
Nope, that was number one. So Deborah, our friend Deborah won. And she picked 19.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted 57, but we just did 57, so she said 55.
Okay.
55 is kind of weird time because...
That's 10 years before I was born, so.
Yeah, well, 55 is weird too because that was kind of like when rock was first coming in. Mm-hmm. So you still got a lot of Perry Como, Frank Sinatra, and and then you mix in. It's kind of like the 80s, you know. You had.
Yeah, you could go disco, hair band.
Yeah.
You're all over the place with that.
Yeah, here you could do Bill Haley and the Comets and Perry Como all in the same swoop.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, all right. So first, Sandie, appreciate you coming in today and hanging out with us. And you got a lot of cool things that are happening at the treasurer's office. It seems like all the time you got something new that you're hooking up with and doing. Try to make things easier.
I try. Yeah, I try. Okay. So it's been busy since I was elected back in 2020. You know, getting the office up and running, and this is the first year where I had an opportunity to roll out. What I've been trying to build is an outreach calendar.
Okay.
So I do see that my window faces the front of the courthouse, the window in my office, and I do see a lot of elderly people trying to get into the courthouse, and it's really everybody knows it's difficult. Parking garage and a lot of walking to the front door, going through security, and finding my office, and so I decided that I would go around the county and go to different municipalities to collect county tax. And so I picked, 4 municipalities this year, and then I'm also going to the center at the mall on one day.
That's a good one.
It's all in February. It's all in the discount period, so you'll save that 2%, and I'm only taking checks or money order. Yeah. No cash. I will have no cash on me.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
So, but I mean, that's awesome that you're doing that because, and the center at the mall is a very great place because, like you said, there are a lot of, and a lot of times people have questions, and this might also get them to pay their tax. And I mean, because to me, it's like, all right, you're getting a 2% discount to pay it early. Right. Pay it early.
Right.
And I understand some people can't.
Yeah.
But if you can do it, do it. So it's a good idea to have them out and about. And
Yeah, we bring in most of the county money in the discount period. So, right now we're doing like $500,000 a day. So
Wow.
it's a lot of payments are coming in. Our mail trays are full. We probably have 2,000 to 3,000 payments that we have to process right now. So my girls are and guy is working overtime. Patrick, sorry. He's amazing that he can put up with all of us, really. But we have a lot of payment that we're processing, and they're working overtime. This past Saturday, they were there from 9 to 3. So we try to keep, overtime as a minimum, but they work really hard. And we want to get those checks processed. We don't want your checks sitting, and because we get a lot of calls. I mailed it 5 days ago, and you haven't cashed it yet. Give me another couple days.
Right.
Give me a week with your check, and now we'll get it there.
So how many tax bills do you send out per year? I know you shared right at the first of the year all those bins you had in your office. So how many do you send out each year?
About 93,000.
Wow.
93,000. Yeah.
That's awesome. So everybody should have received them by now, right?
Yes. If you did not receive your 2026 tax, call me and let me know.
The reason I bring that up is because you helped me a couple years ago because for some obnoxious reason, I didn't get mine, and I never did.
Well, did you pay off your mortgage?
Yeah.
So then people don't know that when they pay off their mortgage company sometimes drops the ball, imagine that, and not contact the assessment office to remove them. So your bill will go straight to your mortgage company unless you call the assessment office and tell them, I paid off my mortgage, send it to me now.
That would have been my mama, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, you don't.
I bought one of her
know.
Reynolds, and she mortgaged it too. You know what I mean? I paid the mortgage directly to her, but it didn't. It did for some reason, and you were able to help me, and I got my bill, and everything was good. So
a lot of people do. They when they send in their tax payment, they'll cross out a person's name saying deceased, like their husband or wife passed away. Well, I can't change that unless the deed is changed. So you can tell me every single year I can't do anything about it.
Right.
Until you change that deed, that name is going to stay on your bill.
So with the mortgage company, it's the same thing? So if it shows up like you have an escrow account, it'll just keep sending it to them?
Until the assessment office knows.
Wow.
It'll stay there.
So you would have to get a hold of your former mortgage company to do it?
No,
so
you can call the assessment office.
Oh, they can do it there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was something that you'd have to go through this huge process, but okay.
No, it's very easy.
All right.
Yeah.
So 9 and over. Wow, that's amazing how many tax bills
It's a lot of changes going through, and we do interim bills, like if you put on a porch or a garage or something, you'll get a bill for, I don't know, $10 or something for that little whatever you did.
Right.
A pool, a sidewalk, something like that. Porch.
How much typically? Take us through the process. Not how much, but take us through the process. Typically, you wait till the commissioners decide what they're going to do, whether tax rate's going to stay the same or not, and then what happens from that point.
So it starts off with the budget. All of the elected officials and department heads, they get together with the financial people at the county, and they develop the budget. Once the budget is posted, it's in a draft form. I believe it's for 20 days. So the public can have a chance to look it over and have questions they can ask. And then it's voted on at a public meeting in December. And after that, that is when the assessment office knows how many mills we're going to charge for taxes this year. And it's remained the same, 3.67 since the reassessment. They take pride in not raising the taxes. So that's what happens. And I get the tax roll from the assessment office. I plug it in and start sending out the bills. We do it in-house.
Yeah.
We do everything in-house.
Everything in-house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, beginning of February, something like that, or beginning of January, they go out?
Yeah.
Okay.
They went out, I believe it was like the 9th or the 10th, and the first day to pay was on the 12th.
Okay. Yeah. I remember seeing when you posted they were out, and the next day I was like, man. So the next day I got to go get that.
You know what? we're really busy during the Christmas
Right.
season because we're getting, the bills put together and the machine's running, it's loud, and all of that going on. And they don't get time off very much around the Christmas season because that's our busiest time,
Right.
in January and February. So from November on until March, it's a really busy office.
Well, and you're doing, on top of taxes, you're doing dog licenses as well.
Dog license, hunting, fishing, small games of chance. Yeah, we get it all.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So if you do have any questions for Sandie, you are welcome to call at 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. We are going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Building a future, sharing a dream, working together, we're on the same team. A family of families, a partner, a friend.
Here are some helpful tips to avoid a holiday hangover. This is Kaylin from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. If you've indulged a little too much recently and feel miserable today, I've got some great advice. Take 2 aspirin and then consolidate your bills with me in the morning. Opening those high-rate charge card statements can be enough to shock anyone sober. Then bring those nasty bills into Freedom United and let us consolidate them into one low-rate fixed Visa card. With your approved application, you'll feel better and have more money in your pocket. Remedy your holiday spending hangover and put a little freedom in your future with a visit to Freedom United Federal Credit Union and consolidate today. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Oh my goodness, Amy, it's so good to see you.
Jennifer, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Is your mom doing any better?
Thank you for asking. I don't know if I can answer without being emotional. I'm sorry. I'm just tired and worried. I can't always be there for her, and it's so stressful.
I really understand. That's how I was with my dad. I'd recommend calling St. Barnabas. We did. We started with just having them come in for home care. He was so excited to see them show up. And when he needed more, we were able to move him in at Beaver Meadows, where he still has his own home-like space and excellent care.
Thanks for telling me that. I don't even know how to start, but I have to do something.
Oh, you can just give St. Barnabas a call. They have directors that can explain how it all works. Trust me, you'll feel so much better, and so will your mom.
I'm so glad I ran into you.
Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-443-0700 for care apart from the ordinary.
It's time to wake up, Beaver Valley, with Pastor David Grove from the Church of the Redeemed of Beaver Valley. Tune in to Beaver County Radio this and every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. It's time to wake up and turn our hearts back to Jesus Christ. So wake up early this Saturday and tune in to Wake Up Beaver Valley from 9 until 10 a.m. right here on Beaver County Radio.
95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with WBVP, WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com, invite you to tune in to Sounds of Faith. Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 until 9 for a mix of the best sacred music of all time. Sounds of Faith is brought to you by Crawford Tire and Beaver, the William Murphy Funeral Home, City Rescue Mission, MRS Physical Therapy, Circle of Friends, J&J Spratt Funeral Home, and Rome Monument and Inspirational Gifts. Sounds of Faith, uplifting, relaxing, and inspiring radio. Sunday mornings from 7 until 9 on 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with WBVP, WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com.
Listen to Beaver County Radio every Monday and Friday in the 11 o'clock hour for the Beaver County Humane Society's Pick of the Litter. We'll be highlighting one resident animal from the shelter that needs a loving home. Pick of the Litter is being brought to you each and every Monday and Friday by Tom Sipes Demolition, Nally Elias and Associates, Balcones Moon Township Ford, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Alvarez Hahn Funeral Home, J. Young Refuse, McGee Heating and Air Conditioning, and Beaver County Radio. Check out the Pick of the Litter on our website at beavercountyradio.com.
Hot coffee in the morning and Frank Sparks. Now you're in the fast lane. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and streaming live on BeaverCountyRadio.com.
It is 8:25 or 8:25. Oh boy, I'm still in the morning. I've been here since 5, so
okay.
It's 10:25. I don't have my glasses on either, so that makes it worse. So we're visiting in hour number 1 with Sandie Egley. She is the Beaver County Treasurer. It would have been funny if you had been here last week. I was thinking about it. That would have been humorous with 1984 being the year for the time machine. And
well, I'm really upset that I didn't get the name of the song.
Yeah.
I would have put money on it.
I didn't get that one either, so no.
Okay.
I would have went something like, Rad or Motley Crue. Remember Round and Round by Rat was popular back then? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Bryan Adams or something, but
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, all right. So we're talking this morning about your taxes, specifically your property taxes for the county. And Sandie's going to have an outreach where she's going out and about to different places. And she's going to be there so you can pay your taxes directly there via check or money order. So
and you can meet me.
Yeah. And
ask me questions.
I do want to meet you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm just kidding.
I get that. I get that.
So, but no. So, what are the locations that you're going to be doing?
So the first one is February the 5th, and I'll be at Chippewa Municipal Building. That's on Darlington Road. I will also be bringing with me an outreach coordinator from the Pennsylvania Treasury, Stacy Garrity's office.
Okay.
He will be with me, and his office, the PA Treasury, they run different programs like the PA 529 plan, so you can save for your children for college. PA ABLE, which is a fund that helps disabled and challenged individuals. They have an assessment pool where, and they can, as a county government or nonprofit, you can use them as a bank. So they have a lot of different programs. What he is going to do is he's going to have a laptop with him, and he can pull up your name to see in the database if there is any money in the Pennsylvania Treasury that is owed to you. So every 4 years, you have to run an open check report to see if you're a business. You have to see if there is a check out there, money out there for a person that has not cashed the check in over 4 years. Okay. If they haven't cashed that check, you have to do what's called an S-cheat, and you have to send that to the Pennsylvania Treasury, and that sits in that Treasury vault until somebody looks it up and applies to get their money back. And it's a very easy process. It's called unclaimed taxes.
I hope it's easy because I've used that link because I actually have money that was due to me.
Yes.
I've used that link, and every time I use it and I go to do it, it tells me that it can't be processed, and it kicks back at me, and I can't ever get it. Yeah, I can't ever get it to work.
Huh. When I was a commissioner, I looked up Beaver County, and we got $17,000 back.
I haven't pushed at it because I think it's like $100 or something like that.
So I do as a county because we send out like juror checks and pay AP checks. I have to do an S-cheat every year. So last year I think we did like $12,000 worth of payments that haven't been cashed. So he's going to be looking that up and helping people to claim their money that is at the Pennsylvania Treasury. And if you go to the Harrisburg, the Pennsylvania Treasury has a vault, an actual big vault.
Oh, wow.
And they have all of these relics of Purple Hearts, and they have guitars and Elvis Presley things, and it's not just money. It's also stuff.
Property.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jewelry from like different lock boxes in the bank.
Okay.
If somebody passes away and they don't have any family, that's where it goes.
Oh, wow. So he's going to be at each of these events?
Yes.
All right. So we talked. The first one's Thursday, February 5th at Chippewa. What are the other ones?
Yep. So then we go to the February 10th. That's a Tuesday. That's at the center at the mall. And then I will do Thursday, February the 12th at Potter Township. So I tried to get all corners of the county. And then Thursday, the 19th, I will be in Ambridge. And Thursday, the 26th, I'll be at North Swickley.
Okay. And that's probably, the Ambridge one's nice because I mean, really, that's probably one of the furthest away communities that's from the courthouse. So,
Yeah, it hits the economy and
Right.
Conway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And North Swickley. That's out there.
all right. If you do have any questions for Sandy about your property taxes, because she doesn't handle the other taxes, just
I
your
don't.
just your county
Just the
property taxes.
You have 3 taxes in Beaver County. It's the property tax, the municipal tax, and then the school tax.
But the one thing we do want to push on everybody is for the school tax. They want to make sure they fill out the homestead
Yes.
thing so that they can get that discount on the homestead.
Right.
So, because that's a big discount.
Seniors, they can have a rent rebate
Okay.
back too.
Okay. We'll talk about some of that stuff coming up shortly, but you are welcome to call if you have questions for Sandy as well at 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. We're going to take a short break for Noah and news, and he'll be along right after this here on Beaver County Radio. We're talking with Art Cornell from Beaver Cemetery. Art, I understand that Beaver Cemetery has some interesting options for families choosing cremation.
We do. You may have parents or grandparents or even great-grandparents buried in Beaver Cemetery. If so, your family has the right of burial as a cremation in any of those plots.
And you have a way to do that families might not know about?
Yes, we do. If your family has an existing gravesite at Beaver Cemetery, you can bury your loved one's cremains on top of a family member at a 77% savings over a traditional burial. This gives families a place to visit and reflect today at a cost that most families can afford.
Cremation burial on an existing plot at a 77% savings? That's a very affordable option.
And remember, everything your family has at Beaver Cemetery, past, present, and future, will be protected by our Perpetual Care Fund.
Thanks, Art. Friends can learn more at beavercemetery.net.
Here we go.
Tune in to WBVP and 99.3 FM the second Thursday of the month at 9 a.m. for a Rappin' with the Reps. The special forum with your Beaver County state legislators can also be seen on Facebook Live. You'll also have your chance to phone in and ask questions or give the legislators your opinion. That's Rappin' with the Reps every second Thursday here on Beaver County Radio.
Mother Nature forces a modified schedule for this weekend's clash. I'm Kyle Rickey. That story next on NASCAR Hot Pass.
Love NASCAR? Subscribe, listen, and download Motor Racing Network's exclusive podcast series. MRN presents Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career, The Rise of Dale Earnhardt Jr. on Junior's Journey. Get to know Jack Roush on the many hats of Jack Roush. Meet the King on Richard Petty's Road to Royalty. Dig deep into one of NASCAR's most memorable years, the 1993 season. Motor Racing Network exclusive podcast. Available on MRN.com or any audio podcast platform.
NASCAR fans, iRacing Studios brings you NASCAR 25. Race hundreds of the biggest stars of the sport on top tracks from Daytona to Sonoma. Start your career in the ARCA Menard Series and work your way up to Cup while managing team members, sponsors, and more. Or compete online with NASCAR fans around the world. NASCAR 25, available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Head to NASCAR25.com to buy now.
For the second time in a week, North Carolina is facing a winter storm. The freezing temperatures, combined with a predicted measurable snow tonight into Saturday, has forced NASCAR officials to postpone day one of this weekend's cookout clash at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. NASCAR Cup Series practice, qualifying, and heat races, originally scheduled for tomorrow, will now be held on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The last chance qualifier remains at 6 p.m. Sunday evening, with the 200-lap cookout clash at 8 p.m. Sunday night. Complete coverage of all that action can be heard here on MRN at 2 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. I'm Kyle Rickey. This is NASCAR Hot Pass on the Motor Racing Network.
Looking for a fun, flexible job opportunity? McDonald's has it. Full and part-time positions available. Get premium pay for those premium hours of opening or closing, plus insurance, 401k, tuition assistance, and more. Choose to work anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. Apply now at mchire.com.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and BeaverCountyRadio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning on this Friday, January 30th of 2026. There's a cold weather advisory from now until 11 a.m. this morning, and it will go back into effect at 7 p.m. tonight until 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. The Beaver Valley Intermediate Unit's Board of Directors voted on Wednesday to approve a plan to borrow up to $15 million to make necessary repairs at the New Horizons School. According to the BVIU, students and staff of New Horizons School were relocated to the Charles J. Betters Innovation Center in Midland for the 2025 to 2026 school year, but the lease on that building expires on June 30th and cannot be renewed, and the building renovation should be completed in time for the start of the 2026 to 2027 school year. And we actually got some breaking news right here. Beaver County Recreation and Tourism recently announced that Dustin Lynch will be the official headliner for Boom on the Bridge, the county's signature summer celebration that is returning with live music, fireworks, food, and community pride along the Ohio and Beaver Rivers in Bridgewater. The Boom on the Bridge this year will take place on June 27th, 2026. Pitt is making major changes to seating at its football games at Acrisure Stadium. Pitt will close off the upper east and west sides of the stadium and reduce the capacity to 51,416 seats for the 2026 season. Pitt Athletic Director Alan Green stated that the decision was in response to feedback from fans who want a better home field advantage, and this will improve the experience for fans by transforming Pitt football into a must-attend event. Pitt will also reevaluate all season ticket holders for 2027. The capacity for Pitt students will remain at 10,000 seats each game. The Allegheny County Health Department says it has been notified by U.S. Steel of a pollution control equipment breakdown at the Clairton Coke Works plant. That department stated in a release yesterday afternoon that a breakdown is when equipment is not properly working and more pollution than normal gets released. The cause of the breakdown is under investigation, and U.S. Steel is required to submit a report within 7 days. The ACHD also confirms that Control Room 2 of the plant went offline around 8:05 p.m. on Tuesday due to a breakdown. That caused Control Rooms 2 and 5 to not process coke oven gas, which was then combusted at the facility. The outage lasted until around 8:20 p.m. on Wednesday, and the equipment is now back online. And the SCN2A Foundation announced in Pittsburgh on Wednesday a research collaboration with Unravel Biosciences Incorporated, an AI-enabled therapeutics company established to advance drugs for complex diseases. The collaboration intends to advance preclinical research for SCN2A-related disorders caused by loss-of-function mutations, a subset of SCN2A conditions driven by insufficient functional protein.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
A cold weather advisory remains in effect through 11 a.m. this morning as dangerously cold temperatures are expected. Today it'll be sunny with a chance of flurries. We'll see highs of 14 with wind chills during the day as low as -8 and overnight lows dropping to 12 below zero. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Friday, January 30th of 2026 at 38 minutes after 8, we've got a temperature of 11 degrees with mostly cloudy skies here in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Weekday mornings were meant to drive in the fast lane. It's Frank Sparks on Beaver County Radio.
That's some pretty good breaking news, I guess, that Dustin Lynch is going to be the headliner of Beaver County Boom this summer. I'm kind of curious where that's going to go and how that's going to, that's going to be a lot of people in downtown Bridgewater.
Scott actually just told me about that, and Gary's like, get it in as soon as possible, but I asked Scott if should I do the story or should he do the story? He's like, I'll do it, but it's already on our website already, so
that's
that
Scott,
was really quick.
Mr. Quickie. So, all right. Thanks, Noah. So what do you think, Sandy? That's a pretty good Pretty good get.
It is. Kind of anxious to see that.
Yeah, that's a good guy. I don't usually get to see them, unfortunately.
That's good. Yeah.
I might have to try to figure out some way to make my way over. Usually I'm over at Mario's. I'm getting stuff ready for our end of things, and so I don't end up. I usually don't end up seeing it. Then we're doing a live broadcast at the same time.
I usually see you over there, and I don't make it over there very often either. So.
Right. So, anyways, all right, we're visiting with Sandie Egley. She is the Beaver County Treasurer, and we are talking today about her outreach program, where she's going to be out and about throughout the community, and she's going to have different days that you can come and you can pay your property taxes, and then she's going to have somebody from the state treasurer's office with her, and I find out intriguing because, like you said, a lot of people owe or they have money that they don't know that it's theirs,
right?
And they'll be there. You can put your name in the database, and the guy can say, "Hey, you are owed money."
Right. If it tells you if it's over 100 or under 100, and if it's under 100, you can file it right away. The over 100, I think you need a little bit more information that you got to give, but it's very easy. He would be able to plug it in right then and there, do the claim, and have it come back to you. When I share it on Facebook, I get a lot of people like, "This is a scam," and
right.
it's not a scam. It's real. They have a lot of material things and money that they want to get back to the people that it's owed to.
Well, you figure a lot of it, like you said, the material things are taking up space.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, I've been in the vault, and
that's wild.
It's crazy to see all of those things. And Stacy is she was in the military, and she prides herself on getting those types of medals back to the families. And I know that every time she finds a family member, she goes and actually does it herself.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it's very, very cool.
That's awesome. So, all right. Yeah, you want to go over what the 5 locations are one more time?
Sure. So February the 5th, that's next Thursday, I will be in Chippewa at the Municipal Building. And Tuesday, February the 10th, I'll be at the center at the mall. And Thursday, February the 12th, I will be at the Potter Township Municipal Building. And Thursday, February the 19th in Ambridge at the Borough Building. And Thursday, February 26th, I will be at North Swickley Municipal Building on Route 65.
And everything's check or money order, right?
Check or money order, no cash. And if you are heading towards North Swickley, let me put a plug in for Milkhouse Meat. Right?
That's my favorite place to go.
I tell you, I can't believe I haven't seen you there because I go all the time.
Yeah, I'm there constantly.
My dogs, I get their bones there too.
Okay.
They're really good bones too. Yeah, so that's a great place.
I went out there the other day, and they had the whole chicken wings and the chicken breast, and they were like under $2 a pound for each of them. And I've come home with 2 cases of them. So, I'm out there all the time.
Once you try that, and you don't want to ever buy your Walmart meat or wherever you buy meat. Now, Beaver Super has a really good butcher a meat section there, but that's Milkhouse Meats is my number one.
I've told Kevin that before when he's been on with me. I'm like, Kevin, I love you to death, but I'm sorry. Regular groceries, okay. Yeah. But that's me too. The ground meat's out of this world, and just anything. So my favorite's the. Have you got the stuffed pork chops out there yet?
They are so easy to do.
Right.
I mean, you throw those in, 4 in, make some mashed potatoes, you're done. I mean, they're awesome.
And
stuffed chicken.
There's enough there for the and there's enough there for 2 meals.
Absolutely. I mean, they are enormous.
They're huge,
yeah. And they sell that stuffing just by the pound. You can buy just stuffing.
I can't put it in my house. You know why?
Because you eat it.
My wife eats it raw. She keeps walking by the bag, and I'm like, that's not good for you, right?
But it's like cake batter.
Right.
I mean, you just, you got to.
Oh, yeah. So my favorite place to go, no doubt. So you want to throw your headphones on there because we have a phone call.
Oh.
724-774-1888, 843-1888. If you do have questions about your property tax, your county property tax, Sandy can probably answer it for you. Good morning. You're on Beaver County Radio.
Hello, Sandy. Could you say anything regarding the rent rebate for retirees Are you doing that today?
So that is really not my program. That you can go to your state representative, and they will help you with the application that goes into the state. And
do you have any idea how much you're, like 10% back, or how?
I do not know because it's not my program. I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you.
Okay,
I do
thank
have
you.
the applications in my office. We have a portal that I work with Josh Kale's office, the state representative Josh Kale, and he gives me all of the periodicals that seniors can use to file that. So you can get the application in my office, or you can call the state representative.
Real quick, does it go back like a whole year or so? Like
It is.
this whole.
It is for 2025 tax. So right now, you would be filing for a rebate for your 2025 tax.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry, couldn't be more helpful on that.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Good.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, so 724-774-1880, 843-1880 if you have any questions. I'm trying to look and see if I can find what the percentage is. It doesn't really say. It just says that...
It's kind of vague. Yeah.
The Pennsylvania Property Tax Rebate Program provides a maximum standard rebate of $1,000 for eligible renters and homeowners. The program recently expanded to include higher income limits up to $46,520 starting this year.
Good.
So
okay.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't really give you a percent of what it is looking.
Yeah, we get a lot of phone calls from the state reps asking for the receipt that a taxpayer paid their 2025 tax. And so we send it off to that state rep, and they help them do that application and get that in.
Yeah, so definitely either call wherever you're at. I think if I'm not mistaken, he's a New Brighton guy, so call Roman Kozak. He'll be able to help you.
Right, Roman. And then in the Ambridge area, that's Matsy.
Yep, so definitely. All right, so when it comes to the taxes, when it comes to your property taxes, so the discount period ends in February, and then how long do you have to pay the face value?
So face runs from 112 to 312.
Okay.
And then it's face from 313 to 513.
Okay.
And then the rest of the year is penalty.
What the penalty's not? Why would? I get it. Sometimes people don't have a choice.
Yeah, you get into that cycle where you pay it, in penalty, and then if you do that, then discount comes around in a couple months, and you're still trying to build up that fund. So I get it that it's hard to do, and you got to make that one payment altogether. So yeah, it's tough.
I would like to see them do like what you can do kind of like with your school taxes. And for some people maybe that have a bigger payment. Now I don't have that big of a payment, but some people have a bigger payment, maybe be able to do it out in like 3 payments or something like that, like you can with your school taxes.
Yeah, that's tough for a program to handle. Our program.
More work for you.
So yeah, it's a one payment kind of a thing. So yeah, sorry, I can't have that.
The county taxes usually aren't that bad. I mean, usually for at least where I live at, the county taxes aren't that bad. It's county and municipal about the same. It's that school tax that really kicks everybody's tail.
So if you pay 1 quarter in discount, does that mean that all the other payments are discount, or is the next one face?
I know
You're paying
in the school one, at the end of the year, if you pay it in 3, even if you pay it early, it's face value for all 3.
All 3.
Yeah, all your payments. I think it's September. It might be 4. September, October, November, and December. I think it is, or something.
So you forego the discount rate.
Yeah, and they're all at face value.
Got it.
So which is kind of different, but
yeah.
So what happens if you don't pay by a certain day?
So on December 31st at 4:30, I close off payments. Now, if you've mailed a payment in or pay online, I'll go by the postage stamp. So if you have it postmarked by December 31st, I'll accept that payment. But then I roll it over to the tax claim office, and the tax claim office will put additional fees on, and they will set up a payment plan for you to pay your delinquent taxes. So I no longer have the 2025 taxes in my office. So if you haven't paid your 2025 tax, you're going to get a letter from the tax assessment office, and then you will have to work with them to get that done. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's a process, and I go by the book on it.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled over.
You go by the book?
I do.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, I know
a lot
better.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people that come in like on January the 3rd. I'm only 3 days. No.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing I can do. It's I won't bend.
Right.
So this year I rolled over 3.2 million.
Okay.
So that's normal. I'm right around 3.1, 3.2 usually every year. So it's a normal year.
Okay.
So it looks like I'll be collecting about 95% of the tax in Beaver County.
Which is pretty good then.
Yeah, it's a pretty good rate.
Yeah, no doubt. So, all right. So what are some of the other things that you got cooking now? So you got dog licenses. Are you out and about doing? I know in the past you've gone out for those.
Yeah, I have. So I went to the Pet Expo that one year when they had it.
Right.
We didn't do a lot of dog tags that year, but it was good to be out. I really enjoy being out and about where people can come up and meet me and talk to me. I like to hear other people's ideas. And people do call me in and say, hey, I have this idea. What would this work? And I really appreciate that. So I'm ready to listen and learn whatever it is that you kind of, have an issue with. So, and like this outreach calendar, I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years now and just hadn't had the time. And so this year, maybe nobody will show up, but at least I'll know.
Right.
And my first couple years, I rolled out the Pooch Parade. Remember
where
I went
Yeah.
to Brush Creek, and you got to decorate, wear your dog with a costume, and we did like a parade kind of a thing. And about 30 people came the first year, 5 the next, and then it just kind of went off the way.
We don't know unless you try.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly. And that's exactly what I wanted to do is give it a shot. We raised money for the Humane Society, and, they got a few bucks.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, live and learn.
So, all right. If you have any questions, you're welcome to call at 724-774-1888, 43-1888. We're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with more after this.
Tune in to 99.3 and 95.7 along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com every Friday night at 7 p.m. for the high school basketball game of the week. Mike Gazadian, Gene Matsuk, and Frank Salapak will bring you all the action that is being brought to you in part by the J&J Spratt Funeral Home, Moon Township Ford, St. Barnabas Health System, the Community College of Beaver County, Tri-State McDonald's, I'm loving it, Drug-Free Aliquippa, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, All Access Car and Truck Sales, the William Murphy Funeral Home, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Zookie's Sports Tavern, and Beaver County Radio.
When you talk about community involvement and safety, the name Fry stands at the forefront in Beaver County. Fry Transportation's mission is to continue to raise the bar as the gold standard in their industry by providing the safest, most reliable, and cost-efficient transportation service in Beaver County through their strong relationships with their communities, best-in-their-class drivers, equipment, and technology. There's nothing more important than the safety of their students, employees, and community members. Fry Transportation, where the quality of their organization is characterized by the makeup of the individual behind the wheel.
You've got big dreams, and Community College of Beaver County turns dreams into degrees. Choose your path in business, criminal justice, education, health sciences, industrial technology, and more. Build your skills or prepare to transfer, all at a realistic cost and with lots of support. Strong futures start at CCBC. Stop dreaming, start doing. Enroll for spring at ccbc.edu/spring26.
Yankee Trader, Saturday mornings from 10 to noon.
Freedom United Federal Credit Union proudly presents Yankee Trader.
Yankee Trader, buy, sell, or trade.
Yankee Trader is presented by Freedom United Federal Credit Union and in part by Rochester Paving and Seal Coating.
Building a future, sharing a dream. same team, a family of families, a partner, a friend.
Here are some helpful tips to avoid a holiday hangover. This is Kaylin from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. If you've indulged a little too much recently and feel miserable today, I've got some great advice. Take 2 aspirin and then consolidate your bills with me in the morning. Opening those high-rate charge card statements can be enough to shock anyone sober. Then bring those nasty bills into Freedom United and let us consolidate them into one low-rate fixed Visa card. With your approved application, you'll feel better and have more money in your pocket. Remedy your holiday spending hangover and put a little freedom in your future with a visit to Freedom United Federal Credit Union and consolidate today. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Remember way back when you were young and the bus ride to and from school set the tone for what made your day special? School buses and vans have had a special place in the Fry family for 3 generations. At Fry Transportation, the student transportation industry is embraced as a tradition, privilege, and lifestyle. From the morning laughs on the way to school to the talk about the day on the way home. Memories you won't forget, just like the vintage football games aired each week on Beaver County Radio. Fry Transportation, caring for your children as they care for their own.
You're driving in the fast lane with Frank Sparks on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. You can also stream live on beavercountyradio.com.
All right, we got about 4 minutes till top of the hour. We're going to jump right back out to the phone lines. We're visiting with Sandie Egley this morning, talking about your property taxes. Good morning. You're on Beaver County Radio.
Hello?
Yep. Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to, they're going to think I'm smoking something, but I think the taxes in Beaver County are pretty fair. Yeah. I mean, like you were saying, they're reasonable.
I think so too, but a lot of people disagree, and that will have to,
I'm glad you said it that way.
Yeah,
no,
you have your own opinion about it.
An easy way for you to do this.
But
he did it for me. Take it by 365 days, right?
Right.
Divided by the tax.
Mm-hmm.
Mine ends up being $5.38 a day.
Right. And I don't think...
divide that by 24.
Right.
I mean,
well, yeah.
People are paying more for coffee.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I don't want to minimize it either, because any money in a tax is aggravating and hard to come up with, and especially with our seniors. And we have a big senior population. And, they say, we're on a fixed income, and I get that. But, you look at other places. I just saw that Allegheny County just raised their taxes 20%. I mean, that is unheard of. And I don't think a lot of people actually know what your county tax pays for. Mm-hmm. It's 911, your jail, your court system, CYS, Office on Aging,
county
the
parks.
recreation, the parks. I mean,
I agree.
They don't have an understanding of what that money goes to. It's not just
educated.
Yeah, that's true. It's not your
really
roads. A lot of people think it's your roads, and it has nothing to do with roads. No. It's all of those other ancillary things that you take advantage of. You're going to the park. You see the grass is cut. It's got to get cut. The pool, all of it.
Certainly.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm saying, though, I did that. He told me it way back when I first was doing things. Your utilities, too.
Right.
Hell, during the summer, it's like $2 and something a day.
Right.
Divided by 24, you'll drop that on the street and not bother to pick it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a cost of living here, and it's going to creep up a little bit, but I have a different viewpoint than the current commissioners. I think that if you do it raise it a little bit each year, then people aren't just slammed, and it's so hard to deal with at one time.
Yeah,
and
don't
so
blindside.
I like a little, maybe 0.5% or 1 mil every couple years is doable for people. But when you wait and you say, well, we didn't have a tax increase for 10 years, you're going to get slammed.
Yes.
You're going to get slammed,
like
and then you
more or less.
can't budget right. And so
I mean, it's the same, ain't it? technically.
But a lot of the commissioners have the pride in saying
that's the other thing I wanna say.
I haven't raised taxes.
I don't mind the taxes,
Yeah.
but if you don't do it
Right.
responsibly, now we got to talk.
And well, I don't know if you know the county controller, Maria Longo.
Oh yeah.
She will call
Watchdog
them
Wednesday.
out. Oh yeah, man, she will call them out. So you got a good controller on your hands there. Maria Longo is awesome.
You can't be squandering it.
Yeah.
Yep, so
Yeah.
all right, I
Whether it's
don't mean
$5
to
a day or not.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but we got to go to news top of the hour here.
Okay, thanks,
All right.
man.
Appreciate you calling as always.
This is great, old school.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, well, we'll post a flyer on the Facebook feed as well, and that hour goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, all right, 1955's up next. We weren't alive then, but that's where we're going on the time machine. Stick around. Thanks, Sandy.
Thanks, Frank.
Have a good weekend. Stay warm.
You too.
All right.
99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls.